Funny story. My friend Martin Steger, hi Martin, emailed me and asked me if I had a Blu-ray player, and I said I don't think so. I'm not really an up-to-date electronics kind of guy. Anyways, he sent me this Blu-ray disc. This is Better Than Nothing Videos. This is Pearl Jam in Hampton Coliseum, Virginia. The mind-numbing amount of work that must go into this is just mind-blowing. They take, they crowdsource, right, phone footage of concerts, and they put it into this great, like, DVD of the concert, and, yeah, so this is amazing. I highly recommend checking out their videos, and then a couple of days later, a Blu-ray player showed up in the mail, so I was able to watch this, and it was an amazing experience. So thank you, Martin. And of course, I asked if there's a song he'd like to learn, and he said Tones of Home by Blind Melon. So here we go with my very best guess for Tones of Home by Blind Melon. All right, I say very best guess because there's only one live version on YouTube, right? And I did all the checking I could, and well, this will be a great way to play it, maybe the right way to play it. So it starts off with the bass, of course, and the bass goes A, C, I'm on the A string, C, D, F, G, A before it goes into its thing. But the lead guitar, of course, while that's happening, grab the 12th fret of the G string, and you're going to start with it bent, and you're going to pluck it and then unbend it. So down to 10, and then I like to slide up on B to 11, down to 10. Now we're going to slide up to 10 on B, and up to 13, and then we're going to walk down the D minor pentatonic scale. That's what we're going to be talking about here, which of course is 10, 13, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 13, 10, 13. Anyways, starting on that very top note, the E string 13th fret, it's 13, 10 on the B string now, 13, 10 on the G string, 12, 10, and then another 12, and it kind of lands on D12. Did I say another 12? I meant another 10. Great, so 2, 3, 4, bottom. Then it gets funky. All right, the guitar is messing around jammily in D minor pentatonic, with the notable exception of it uses the B string 12th fret instead of 13 until the very end. Do this. Do G and B 10, and then land on D12. So give that first one a little wiggle. And then we're going to use the D string 10th fret up to the 12th. This is do what you want here, but along the lines of, if you want to capture the vibe, of course. And then make an A shape on the 10th fret, so D, G, B, 10. Then same A shape on the 12th fret, that's that different B string note. And then back down to the 10th fret, and then kind of repeat something like that. And then at the very end, those high notes chime in, so B and E 13. This song's crazy because it's got like 8 signature epic riffs before the song even starts. The lead part for the next part is grab D5, 4, A5, A3, and then some more muted strums on there. And then back up to 5, and the second half starts the same, D5, 4, A5, and just kind of hangs there. You can make a little mini D chord. It's the D root and the major third if you want to hang out there. If you want to kind of harken that high note, you can either hit it on the E string 5th fret, I think that's the rhythm guitar, or you can grab the D string 7th fret for a lower octave of that. Or you can you only hear like one string out of the rhythm guitar. But if he was playing something, that open E, he's playing a C, so it's like do-do-do-do, the softest, most meek C you've ever experienced, and then do-do-do, grab a D, pointer finger G2, middle finger B3, not ring finger because we're going to reach for that high A note on the E string. And that sounds like it, but here really just hear that note out of it. Yeah, and the second time, do 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 do, and then a regular old D. So C, D. And in the middle of the first part, when the lead guy gets all jumpy, it's the D string 5th fret, and you're just going to keep your right hand plucking, and you're just going to put your finger down when you want to hear notes. So 5, and then open. 5, 4, 5, 7, 5, 4, A3. And then finally, we're almost to the singing. It's G, and then G7. Not this G7. We don't want to hear that note. The lead guitar player just goes D5 to 3, and that's the note that makes G7, G7. So you could play the whole G bar chord, and then take your pinky finger off for the G7 if you sort of want to get more meat in there when you're doing it. And then one guy goes... So A2, 3, 2, open, 2, open, kind of a nothing strum, and then D. The other guy goes D4, 5, 4, open, 2, 2, D. So that's a really weird harmony, but definitely heard that E note poking out right before the D chord hit, which is, so the logical conclusion is, while the other guy goes... Woohoo! The singing starts and the guitar does something repetitive and predictable. D and F major 7. That's baby F with the open E string. So D, F major 7, heretofore referred to as F, so I don't have to say F major 7 all the time. D, F, D. The messing around with the A shapes on the 12th and the 10th frets from our D minor pentatonic with the weird B note 12th fret. So... So you don't like the way you're living, it's this thing. Right? And then, tones of home. G. Now we have two guitars doing different but cooperating things, so it's very hard to parse apart. But I think the rhythm guy's going G, and then a D-shaped G, like switching between those. And then the lead guy might be up on the major bar chord off the A string, so 10, 12, 12, 12. And then I thought I heard the sus4 going in there, so the B string will become a 13th fret. But at its essence, it's G. And the bass goes... confirming that it doesn't leave G, it just does goofy stuff on G. So do whatever goofy stuff that's G that you want there. All right, I'm at like 2 minutes and 6 seconds where he's flying. I'm flying. And then that fill is a hot mess. Something like starts with the beginning of our thing. So D5, 4, and then it kind of lands down on A2 and goes 2, open, 2, open, 2, 3, 2, open, followed by 2, open, 2, open, 2, open, junk strum, D. So... one more time. Then the big long jam comes and rhythm guitar starts with just a D real soft. Throwing that sus4 in every once in a while. And the rhythm guitar, or the lead guitar is all down to the 9th fret on the G string. 7, and then the whole thing turns into honest to goodness D minor, and you even hear that note in there, E string 8th fret out of your D minor bar chord there. And then it's just called Make a Mess in D minor. Do your thing. And then when the solo picks up, it definitively becomes D minor and C. Well, you know, the bass is playing D and C, and the guitar is in D minor, so it's got to be D minor and C. It could be D major and C, but I don't think so. But if you think so, I won't argue with you, especially because I'm a video. And yeah, that's it. Except for maybe at the end when the rhythm guitar player starts to be a little more bold, and I thought I heard him going before he played, doing the, you know, in the higher octaves. So E3, 2, B3, and dear C. Right? Awesome, Martin. Thank you. That was a really enjoyable Blu-ray that you sent me. And everybody else, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that was helpful. And I will see you next time with more stuff. Good luck with this one. Goodbye.